What's up, everyone? I'm back with another recap of one of our stock reports from May 2025. This time, we're talking about the absolute king of the chip-making world, ASML, the business that has its hands on the very heart of tech progress. This stock has provided a bloody huge gain from when I released my bullish report in May last year. But just before we get to that, here's another stock I called in the Discord. I called out my buy of ticker MNRO, and so far, in just 1 month, it is up around 15%. Not a bad return for just 1 month. I'm still holding this, as I believe it still has some way to go in 2026. With that out the way, let's get back to the main topic of this video. On page 2 of this stock report, we covered ASML, which at the time was around $750. A key point to take into account is that I said on the last page, under the My Verdict section, that I'd prefer to enter closer to $670, which I did. I entered at $682 and stamped it as bullish, but with a very specific angle. Here was my thesis. The unbeatable monopoly, 100% market share in critical EUV machines, making it a fortress business. Also, the superior ROI. We pointed to that estimated 20.8% return, dwarfing the market average. Financial powerhouse. The table showed robust net income and explosive EPS growth year over year. Critical catalyst. The insatiable demand for advanced chips for AI, IoT, everything. This was the main driver for ASML having huge growth. It was like a spring that had been compressed and held down for too long. At the time that I had written the report, honestly, I was seeing a lot of negative sentiment around the stock, due to a combination of factors such as tariff fears and worries of scaling, but the AI demand flipped this narrative completely on its head. This makes sense when you realize just how key the AI race is. Let's be real for a moment. There is no way the US will simply ease off the AI accelerator pedal and allow other countries like China to get ahead and develop more advanced systems. However, that said, I wasn't expecting the stock to return such gains so fast. But, the market sometimes has its own plans. Fast forward to today. The stock soared up 60% from my entry price of $682. It's now soaring at $1,075. That is an insane gain for just 8 months. This just shows that sometimes you just gotta dive in and hit buy when the business has such a chokehold on a leading and booming industry or sector. In this case, it was the extremely fast-growing demand for AI. Context is everything. Since mid-May, the S&P 500 has been strong, up about 17%, a genuinely great run. But our ASML pick? It absolutely crushed the market, delivering returns 2.5 times better. We identified a secular winner, and the trend accelerated even faster than expected. The catalysts we named? They exploded. The chipmakers' CapEx surge for AI, the secular growth story, it all came to fruition. Earnings smashed expectations. The backlog, which we noted in the report, was a huge 35 billion euros plus, remained robust, and the world's realization that you can't build the future without ASML's machines sent investor sentiment into overdrive. Our core reasoning was dead right. Okay, real talk. I suggested waiting for $670, but ended up buying before it reached that price. At the time, I wondered if I was being hasty and impatient, but the stock just seemed too good to not buy, and this is the mindset I believe everyone should adopt when it comes to buying good, solid, long-term positions. You won't always score the perfect entry. It's about being right on the direction and the fundamental story. This is another huge win for the books, and I truly hope you guys in the Discord who spotted the underlying strength are sitting on some beautiful gains right now. Wins like this, whether you caught the exact bottom or not, are born from the grind. They come from reading those financials on page 2, understanding the moat analysis on page 3, and connecting the dots to the macro story. It's work, but this proves the opportunities are there for those who do the homework. As always, major props to our Discord community. I've been given the heads up on a few other stocks I can't wait to analyze and break down over the coming weeks. Keep sharing your thoughts. Let's create an environment of growth and disciplined, patient investing. If you're watching this and want to be part of the hunt for the next chosen stock, like ASML, I'll place a link for you below. Come and claim your free spot whilst they're still available. Anyways, guys, That was ASML, a monster performer from the May 2025 stock report. As usual, stay hungry, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.